going to get it into turn one? We're finally away just about. Lovely stuff. That is a very interesting start. Pursoon is not able to get away very well. But Nifo, absolutely epic. Heischl up the order. That's absolutely perfect from them. Then we got Gilly sitting just behind with the Alpine of PJ. The Williams, of course, as well. Lap 1, we're going to start lap 2. Nifo Jan still has the lead, and that's PJ retiring. I do not believe it. Retiring already. Heavy weather at the moment, as you can see everybody on the blue wool tyres. That will possibly change towards the end. It says that it's going to be inters at the end of this race, although as it's a sprint race we don't go on for as long, so we might not need to actually move on to a different tyre. 8 tenths now. The gap's kind of fluctuating. It's going forward and backwards between Heisch and Pursoon. Gilly has caught up a little bit, as that is a little bit of a rear loss of traction for Heisch, but even more so, I guess, from Gilly, because he doesn't catch up too much right here. They lose that big time to Pursoon, and Gilly catches up absolutely massively, almost getting to the 1 second range. They're now within the 1 second range, so Heisch has just knocked their confidence a little bit, maybe. Now they've got a bit of an issue, and Gilly's managed to find an opportunity to put that pressure on that Red Bull. Nifojan getting a time penalty as Heisch goes deep into the corner. Gilly is going to try and look at the switchback here. When does he dare to put that ERS on? When does he dare? He's going to dare just about now, but he's not going to be close enough. I thought he was going to try and get a little bit earlier than that and risk spinning out. It would have been possibly worth it if he could have made the move work. He catches up massively, but isn't able to get anything. Is he going to try and commit for the move into turn 1? It looks like he will. He has to do it now. He's come so far to back out. He's kind of backed out. No way did he just do that. Heischler was ready to leave him space, and then he slowly moved back to the inside line, and there is Gilly's advantage lost. He's now got no energy left. He's very close on exit on turn 3, but not really close enough to make a move once again. The straight just kind of comes to an end a little bit too closely, but he makes a mistake, and that's contact. I do not believe it. That's damage for Gilly, and Heischler luckily gets away with it. The question is, does Gilly have a big enough gap to stay ahead of Dave Raptors in this race, or are they going to have to... I don't know. I don't know. Surely they don't pit. Surely they can't pit. That is a 6-second gap to the car in front that he has, as he does have a big moment of understeer. Dave Raptors, the race is on. He's got a couple laps to try and make this work. 5 seconds, 4.8, 4.7, 4.6. He is on a roll. That is a lock up there for Dave Raptors. That's going to hinder his performance on gaining to Gilly. On the exit, though, he seems to have a very nice advantage. You can now actually see as well that into conditions with wet tyres, it's so difficult to keep the car in a straight line, and that is a massive, massive hit on the wall, but somehow no damage as he just about sideswipes it, doesn't hit it fully head on, and got away with that absolutely amazingly. Nifojan wins the sprint race in Brazil. Absolutely perfect from him, and Pursoon gets a P2. That's absolutely epic. Nifojan takes the win, Pursoon in P2, then we have Heischler in P3, Gilly, Dave Raptors, Hank the Tank disconnecting, and PJ in P7, DNFing earlier on. Go! Who's gonna get it into turn 1? Nifo gets away very, very well. Pursoon can't quite catch up, but that's to the inside. Who's to the inside? It's Pursoon. That is actually Heischler going for the switcheroo. He's got the job done. Absolutely incredible. Very, very well done. Is he going to be able to hold on to the position, though? Pursoon looks like they might want to have a look again. That's PJ also making moves. That's the Aston Martin of Mikash and a big crash. Both the Alpine and the Williams are involved. That is Heischler in P2 staying as they are, but Pursoon actually lost out. They lost out big time, and they're going to lose out even more. Have they got damage? Where did they get this damage from? A yellow, a virtual safety car, and that is an interesting one. I don't quite know what happened, and DRS is now available as they are released from the yellow flags. Now, DRS is available. That's actually prevented Heischler from trying to do anything about escaping the cars behind, and Gilly's going to get DRS automatically. That couldn't have been any better for Gilly there. That's absolutely perfect. And also, Mikash is right there in P4. So this is a little bit of a train that we've got going on. This is exactly what we wanted. At the start of this race, of course, the wet conditions are going to probably break that apart. Oh my god, look at the speed in that car. Mikash goes for a look on the inside, but he will not be able to get close enough. Nifajan goes and sets the fastest lap of the race, and Gilly gets DRS and is able to push past in front of Heischler. Mikash will sit right behind. Maybe he can get involved in this one in a little while, but right now he stays where he is, as he's in the train, but he's at the back of the train, which always makes it extremely difficult for you. Here we go. He's going to go for the overtake. He has to stick to it now. He's gone too far to back out. Gilly will hold on for a minute, and that's a brilliant defensive maneuver there for Gilly. Gilly's done that perfectly. Absolutely awesome. He had to use a lot of energy to try and even have a go at overtaking Gilly. So that's really made it difficult, and now they're both equal on the battery, so it's just about DRS and setup right now. Gilly is going to be in trouble as Heischler will go to the outside line. Gilly should have the advantage. Are they going to get the DRS here? Heischler squoze them a little bit too tightly there. There's contact. Gilly's going to still sit behind, and now they're going to get the DRS, so they're going to try and make that move back and give him a little bit of payback from that little moment of contact. Goes to the outside line. Is he going to look for the switchback or go the long way round? He's going to try and go the long way round. Aisha's the inside line. It's a drag race up to turn 6. Gilly's got him. I think he's got him. He's got the advantage. Aisha's going to try and go for the switchback and send it to the inside line. Surely that's not going to work. Gilly should have it, but no. He backs out in the end, and Aisha will hold on. Gilly once again having a look, this time to the outside line, and he's going to try and swoop it all the way through. Heischler will have to leave the space. Did he get the DRS? DRS is disabled. It's disabled already. The raindrops are falling, and Gilly will not have the benefit of the DRS. After all that, it was so close. That's Mikash to the inside. Mikash is using all the energy that he can while he has it left. Is he going to be able to secure the move on Gilly? No, there's contact. Gilly will stay in front, and Mikash will have to slot in. That is absolutely incredible. I think we're going to be seeing a pit stop. I don't see a reason not to make a pit stop, so Nifo will probably be the first one to go in. Is he going to go onto the inter tyre, or is he going to try and go all the way onto that hard tyre full wet tyre immediately? Because that full wet tyre is going to be what we'll need for later on in the race. Basuma retires in the pit lane. Fair enough, they did say that, and that's Heischler getting a 5 second as he speeds in the pit lane, unfortunately, so that's not ideal for him. Gilly into the pit lane. He's going to go for the full wets. Everybody's going for the full wets except from Dave Raptors, who pitted a lap early onto that intermediate tyre. Mikash also going for that intermediate tyre. I'm really interested to see how this has gone, but Heischler, no! Heischler, unfortunately, didn't put the right tyre on. He's on the hard tyre in the wet conditions. Oh, no. That is not a reset to track, by the way. He won't get a penalty for that one, but a virtual safety car is deployed because of that damage on the track. That is such a shame. Such a shame. We're going to go for a restart already. The intermediate tyres are still more beneficial. The question is, how much pace will they have over that wet tyre? Right now, Mikash should have the advantage. He should be able to catch up nicely. And only until we get the puddles will we have a problem. He's going to power on to the inside line, but back off immediately. Gilly goes very deep as he's focusing so much on the car on the inside that wasn't there. And now, will Mikash be able to secure a good exit? Will he have a look at making an overtake? I don't think he will. Gilly, Mikash, and PJ all in a lovely train. This is going to be interesting. Mikash really wants to have a go here, but it's not going to be possible. PJ's got a lot of confidence in that car. Gilly makes a mistake. Here comes Mikash, and surely PJ's going to want something on this. He's looking for the inside line, maybe even to the outside. He will have a look. Gilly, he can't find the momentum. He's going to lose out big time. That will be that for Gilly. All of a sudden, had just a couple of bad corners, I guess. Maybe these wet tyres really are pretty bad. To the outside line, he's going to have a look. Mikash will defend, but swooping once again to the outside line. Will PJ do it? He loses the car, goes off the circuit and gets himself a time penalty. Still manages to stay side by side, but at what cost? Well, that's Dave Raptors retiring in the S section. And that's going to be a full safety car. PJ will pit, of course. Nifojan does opt for a pit stop, so Gilly's probably going to follow on. When will Nifojan go for it? When will he go for it? Wants to get that car straightened up, and he's gone for it now. PJ reacts okay, but he has to try and scramble for traction, which does lose him out a little bit. It's pretty much spread out, but Gilly was caught napping a little bit there. That is not ideal from them. I'm sure they'll be able to catch up a little bit, of course. Everybody's going to be pretty close. So they'll slow each other down very, very slightly. Not slow each other down, but you know what I mean. Traffic, it gets in the way very slightly. Now, PJ, gonna give it his best shot to give Nifojan some sort of competition, although Nifojan, I think he has pretty good confidence, not only around the circuit, but in the wet conditions. I say that as he goes off the circuit, makes a bit of a mistake. Very, very close. Will he be able to get on the traction? This time he does get on the traction. Going to spam that ERS surely. Not around the left-hand bend. He will hold it flat to the floor. Going to be powering through as much as he can. But Mikash is dominant in the straight line. It doesn't matter. You're going to have to try and get that Aston Martin in the corners, Gilly. Otherwise, you're not getting past at all. Very, very good stuff from Mikash here. Doing enough in the corners. On the traction, though, it seems like he has a disadvantage. He's going to spam that ERS and stay in front. Gilly is not going to be thinking about making a move anytime soon. On the traction, needs to be as smooth as he can. That is a mistake from Mikash. Another little bit of a mistake, and Gilly all of a sudden spots an opportunity. Goes wide as he tries to keep it flat in the dirty air with the ERS. Mikash, however, that straight line speed is absolutely incredible. Alrighty, once again on the exit, Gilly, he doesn't seem to have a bad exit. Is it good enough? That's the real question though. It's not going to be good enough as he loses the car on the rear. That was a scary moment for him. Mikash has the advantage. If he can stay in front, he's going to take that podium. You want to be in front in wet conditions. In dry conditions, maybe not so much. Gilly, he's close here. You get round the kink. He's not close, but a mistake is made by the Aston Martin. He's going to have to use everything he can. And look at it once again. The straight line speed is so superior. He's trying to send it to the inside, but once again, Mikash will not care. He knows that he doesn't need to worry about Gilly because he's way too far back to make an overtake. But there are cracks in Mikash's driving with the traction. That's what he's struggling with at this stage of the race. Can he find the rhythm back that he had earlier on at the beginning of this race? We'll have to see. Oh my god, that is absolutely perfect from Gilly, but no, he will not be close enough to make an overtake. He knows what he has to do. He knows that he has to make it soon. He is going to once again send it to the inside, but yet again, Mikash can react. He knows that he's not going to be there to the inside. If Gilly does make it to the inside, then he'll have to leave the space, but he doesn't need to worry about it right now. Once again, sending it, but he just doesn't get affected. He does not care, Mikash, and that's brilliant. Oh, to the inside. Is it going to be possible? Gilly's going to send it. He's going to force his way through. That's Mikash having to leave the space, but on the exit, he'll have the advantage with the wider line, and he should have the ERS as well. Oh, this is very, very close between the two as they go side by side down the straight. Mikash, as you get to the end of the straight, though, he is gone. He's absolutely dropped him. Gilly is close. He's very, very close. He's going to use the energy to have minimal damage on the straight and then surely go for a move into turn 4. He needs to make sure he gets a perfect first few corners. Turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3 are absolutely critical for his race. He should have the advantage up until the exit of the corner. He does. He's going to spam the energy. This is his best opportunity to make an overtake. He'll not catch up, but he will be close. He'll be close into 6 and 7, and that is going to be where he really does go for that send. He has the advantage in 5 actually as well. Loses the car on the curb. Absolutely critical. That's not what he wants to do. Here we go though. Into turn 8. Is he going to dive down to the inside? No, he will not. Mikash does not leave the space. He's got 1, maybe 2 major overtaking opportunities right here. It's not going to be possible. He's way too far back. Nipojan is going to do a perfect job and win the Brazilian Grand Prix. That's PJ and P2. But here it is. Will Gilly send it to the inside? Is his only opportunity? He is going to look for it in Mikash. He leaves the space. It's not going to work out. That's going to be Mikash holding on. Mikash will take the podium in the end. Gilly, so close, but it's definitely not going to be possible. Absolutely incredible racing between these guys. Nifo wins, PJ in P2, then we got Mikash in P3, followed by Gilly in P4. DNFing was Dave Raptors, Heischler, and Pursoon.